Yo, what's cracking? This is Niko. I got the world famous Ninja. Introduce yourself, girl. What's up?
Michelle the Ninja in the building.
Yo, we got East Coast and West Coast over here.
We do. It's 7:09 here.
Yeah, it's like 3 o'clock here. No, 4.
4.
Yo. So what's happening? What's going on?
I just ate dinner. I was gonna make some pork chops, and then I didn't have pork chops, and I was like flustered as hell. I was like, "What the fuck? Where are my pork chops?" And then so I made burgers instead. Had burgers.
Went from pork chops to burgers.
Meat.
You're like, ah.
Have you seen that video? It's this guy, and he's talking to his kids. He's like, "Who ate my meat? Who ate my meat?"
No, I haven't seen that. You have to send that shit to me.
I'll try to find it. I'll send it.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, welcome. This is episode 1. This is Ninja here. We'll be talking about a lot of different things, but mainly today, we're gonna talk about like relationship, dating, red flags, creep pies and no creep pies. You know, we're gonna dip our toes into it. We're gonna get with it. So
It's a topic I feel like we're both pretty versed in.
yeah, so we're just gonna dive right into it. My biggest thing right now is like, how do you approach a woman nowadays with the way the culture is?
I mean, I'm not approaching many women, but I don't know. I feel like everyone's fucked up. Guys, women, like everyone's like on guard right now. So everyone's been hurt. I don't know what. I think people have no idea what they even want. They're confused. So, ugh.
Yeah, I agree on that. I mean, you have a lot of people that are doing like influencers, creators, all that. You see people doing gym videos, so it's like hard to approach women. Like for me as a guy, it's like when is a good time to approach them? Like if you're at a gym, it's like it's like you gotta. It's a little icky because you have women that are like, I'm here just to work out, do my thing, leave me alone.
I mean, I feel like approaching people in general, like you just kind of have to like. It sounds simple, but like be normal about it. Like don't be weird.
What is
Like,
weird though? What is weird? Like just give an example of somebody.
I will say you're like here, right? And I'm just like, hey, hi, how's it going? Like, I don't know, like, like walk into that shit with confidence. Be like, oh, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Just like laid back. Like, I think the thing is a lot of people get caught up on like expectations. Like they're like expecting something from a situation, and it's like if you expect nothing, you're not going to be disappointed, and you're not going to come off like thirsty, you know?
Yeah, like all butthurt. Like you're going out there, you're shooting your shot.
Yeah.
You're gonna get rejected probably like 90% of the time.
And
But
that's fine, right? Like, who cares? Like, you probably are never gonna have to talk to that person again. So, what are you so, like, scared about? Like, it's just another person, and they're probably, like, just as socially awkward. Like, I talk to so many people, and they all tell me, like, how, like, filled with anxiety they are because they don't, nobody socializes anymore.
right. But it probably would boost their like self esteem. So imagine like getting hit on, like, oh damn, like someone hit on me today. Like, ooh, I must have looked good. No?
I mean, I get hit on, like, every day. So, so I get sick of it, honestly.
I guess from that
But
point. Yeah.
no, I mean, I don't know. You could definitely boost someone's confidence.
True. Definitely for guys, because I feel like all you have to do is like, you got some nice shoes. Like those are fly. Like your whole outfit, yep, it does it for me.
It's true. Like, I know, like, for a fact that, like, guys get compliments, like, way less than women. And, like, a compliment can literally, like, brighten a guy's day,
Oh
because it just
yeah.
doesn't happen. Like, it's just like, compliment the boys, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I don't remember the last time I've gotten like a compliment. So yeah,
You're
it's a
looking
little different.
fly today.
I know it's
You rod.
it's the lighting.
Yo, check that out. Did you have that hat on before?
No.
Because I was gonna say you rep in LA, I'm repping New York.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go.
Hey, hey, it is what it is. But I like the
Mhm.
NYPD hat.
The
All right.
police.
So let's say you get in, you got the DMs. What's a good first day? Like, what's a spot? I feel like as a guy, you something like fun, adventurous, like a hike. We're not gonna go into that topic, but
Hashtag Kyle.
fun, snow. Oh, just throwing dream out there. But what's up, Kyle?
Fuck it. What's up?
But yeah, something fun that's not super expensive. Like just go to the bar, play pool. I feel like even like if you're depending on where you're at, obviously in the relationship, like the dating wise, like cooking for that girl you're dating because it can be intimate,
I was
romantic,
just gonna say
and it's more
intimate,
one on
yeah.
one. More one on one. You don't have to worry about like a waiter or waitress or whoever interrupting you. So
Yeah, I mean, I like to eat. I'm always hungry. So like food's dope, but I think the pressure of like going out to eat and like having to eat in front of somebody that you're like really like say into, that's like awkward. And like I kind of agree that like, yeah, like a hike somewhere cool with like a nice view, like that's kind of dope and like stress free, and you're also like walking and exercising, and like you're not totally like focused. Like at a dinner you're like,
just stuck
like
on them, yeah.
yeah, like it's a lot of pressure, I think, for like both people, so something where it's like an activity, as long as it's nothing too crazy, like rock climbing, that's kind of
Ooh,
too much.
yeah,
Or
I'm good. I'm scared of heights. I've done skydiving.
have you?
Yeah, for my
I've
mom,
been
it was like 18,000 feet, the highest you could jump out of. And
I've been thinking about doing it lately. What, like, would you recommend it?
if you're scared of heights or not, it is
Mhm.
definitely an adrenaline pumping, amazing experience. I would do it again. I'd be scared as fuck. I'd be screaming like a little bitch the whole way down again because I'm scared of heights. But at the end,
So
when you
much.
land, like, oh man, it's like when I landed, it was like I could do anything. If I could face my biggest fear in life, I could do anything.
That's kind of like why I want to do it, because I'm super scared of heights as well. And I always said, I was like, I'll never go skydiving. I'll never go skydiving. And I'm like, fuck it. Like, why don't I just do it, dude? Like, if I die, I
That's that's the
die.
same thing. I made a promise to my mom I was gonna do it, and we went to Hawaii, and we never made
Mm,
it back to Hawaii. So for Mother's Day, I did that for her. So yeah,
you
I
went
would.
in Hawaii or in
No, I went
California?
to California. It was out in Santa Barbara. Actually, Lompoc. Just randomly was like, all right, I'm gonna go. Drove out there, jumped out of the plane, and I went big, go big or go home.
Go big or go home, baby.
Yeah, I had to put on a little like oxygen little thing for my nose. I was
Oh,
the
shit.
only one that did the whatever the highest jump. Everyone's like looking at me like you're crazy. This is your first one. I was like, I might not do this again, so might as well do it big. So yeah.
Exactly. Hmm.
But yeah, so going back to the first date and stuff, I feel like just keeping it simple, nothing crazy, nothing where you're spending like hundreds of dollars. Because I feel like if a woman comes off for me, like, oh yeah, you better take me out to like, I need a $200 steak. It's like, okay, that's a red flag.
Yeah, that is. Plus, it's like too extra. It's too much. Way too much.
Yeah, and as a dude, I feel like you're like, okay, well, this is the standard. You're setting that standard for dates, and it's like you have nothing to build on or up to, because then everything's just kind of like bland. Like, oh, well, this is just another $200 meal or whatever.
Right. For sure. For sure. I
So,
agree. Too much.
so what are some interesting first dates you've been on?
One time, this was probably like one of the weirdest. This was like back, I think I was 17, and
17 and dating? No, I'm just kidding.
I had just downloaded Tinder, and you had to be 18 to be on Tinder. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm 18. I was a couple months away, but anyways, I met this dude online, and he was really cute, like seemed normal, and then we agreed to meet at the Burger King in my town, like not to eat there, but just to
I was
like
about to
meet.
say, you guys get a double whopper or what?
Nah, we didn't get no Whoppers. And so we meet in the parking lot, and we're like, I was gonna go with him, like he was gonna, you know, take me
Yeah.
on a hike, I think. And he gets out of the car, and like I have nothing against shorter guys. Like I don't discriminate. I've dated shorter guys. I've been into them, but he was like I just like was so caught off guard because he had to be like 5'2", 5'3", and he didn't look like that in the pictures, and he just like didn't give me a heads up. So I was like, oh wow, like okay, hey, you're like way shorter than me, but
Okay.
the weirdest part is he wasn't wearing shoes. He was
What?
he did not believe in wearing shoes unless it was absolutely mandatory. So this whole ass date that we went on, the man wasn't wearing shoes. Like we went hiking through the woods, no shoes. Like it was very strange, and he was super weird. We like I believe it or not, I went on like another one or two dates. And then I was like, this isn't gonna work. Like like you don't wear shoes. Like
So was his feet like decent, or were they just like hella rough?
I think they were okay, but that was before I started checking people's feet out because you can tell a lot by people's feet. Um, it could be a red flag, green flag.
Oh, okay.
But when I broke up with him, he ended up drawing a picture of me and like dropping it off at my house, and I was like,
That's
"That's
weird as
fucking
fuck.
weird." But
I've
yeah, that
never done
was.
that.
It's not that the date itself, like the activity was weird, but the dude was super weird.
Yeah, that is odd. Like I couldn't go hiking barefooted, but I do have a friend that like he likes to wear those bare feet little
Yeah,
shoes and stuff. But yeah, I couldn't walk around barefooted. It's just
yeah.
messy. And
A
then bring
cool
that in
date.
your bed.
Yeah, no, it's fucking weird. A cool date I went on, probably like one of the most like epic like bachelorette type dates was like I was dating this pilot, and he had like connects in aviation, so he took us on an open door
Oh
helicopter
shit!
ride over New York City, and that was pretty fucking crazy. That was dope.
How was that? Like, do you have the wind coming in through the doors too, right?
um Kinda. I mean, it was a nice day. It was just like super loud. Like I remember it was kind of hard to hear each other,
That's dope.
obviously. But we went over like Central Park, all that. It was pretty amazing. What about
See,
you though? Oh,
see, I did the helicopter thing in Vegas this past year for F1. That was
uh-huh.
dope, but we didn't have the open door thing.
It's fun because you can dangle your legs. It's dope.
Oh, so you sat on the thing and you're like this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of
I have
funny. I don't
pictures.
know if
It's
I would be
dope.
able to do that. You have to
You
like
a
harness me
skydiving?
in and stuff.
What's one of the craziest dates you ever been on?
Oh, I went to this Mexican place and this chick would just like trip and so it's called Bobby Salazar. So it's a regular, typical like Mexican restaurant. So I'm sitting with my back towards like the rest of the room, and there's nobody. Like there's a wall behind her. So she kept tripping out, and I'm like, I grew up like, hey, you need to be aware of your surroundings, you need to check your doors, etc. If something pops off, you need to know where to go,
Right.
especially if you're with a woman or whether you're a girl or not. Like, hey, that's how I was brought up. Like, hey, you got to make sure where the exits are because if you need to dip, you can go that way and protect whoever you're with. And so I'm
Right.
always like looking around and stuff, and she was like turning around and I'm like, who are you looking at? Who do you want to go talk to that girl? And I was like, no. So out of habit, I do stuff like that. But she was just like, oh, what girl are you looking at? And so like just got mad about it, and it was just super awkward after that. So
Well,
yeah, and
I
then I
can
had
imagine.
then I had another one where like I met girls like I wouldn't even call it a date, but I just met her and she was just like throwing her stuff at me. And I was like, nah, I'm good, I'm done.
Yeah, it's usually not the like date itself, but the person.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I don't know. Like me, I'm old school. I like to go up for the phone number and ask a girl out and etc. Go on a
Not the
date.
Snapchat.
Oh
Not the
yeah.
Snapchat.
I guess you can kind of tell their, I guess, intention with certain like the phone number, Snapchat, Instagram.
It is different, isn't it? Depending on
But
like
there's an age difference though because like I'm obviously a lot older than you, so I grew up where we didn't have social media. Had
that.
Facebook in top 10.
I think like I would much prefer connecting with someone like if I don't know them on Instagram. Snapchat's kind of like more personal for me. Like that's for like my friends or like if I don't feel like we're really like gonna make a connection, like I'll be like, yeah, here's my snap. And then like phone numbers, I'm only giving that out like to like important people, friends, family, and like interests.
Makes
I'm not.
sense.
Yeah, like if someone asks me for my phone number and I'm not interested, I'm like, I just don't give that out like that, you know?
Makes sense. I never got hit on where I had to get my number out, but I get that. You know, you got to protect
No,
your boundaries and stuff.
no chicas.
You don't want to add them onto your like social media where you have a lot of your personal stuff out there. So
Yeah,
I get it.
definitely not like Facebook. Like that's another one. Like, I maybe,
It's a little
but
different
it's
now. Feel like Facebook. I mean, from what I hear, it's like a lot of like the old people.
yeah, it's I don't know. It's a weird space, but
Yeah,
like Instagram, I feel like is the most like neutral.
yeah, because I feel like everybody has it from kids to my generation.
Hmm.
I get that. What do you think about like gifts before the first date?
Gifts
Like
before the
flowers,
first.
like buying your lunch. So like they get your number and they're like, getting to know you and you're like, oh well, I'm gonna go get my nails done tomorrow, and they just send you like, hey, like what's your Venmo? And they send you, like $150 to get your nails done, or hey, where do you work at? I'm gonna send you food for lunch. Is that kind of
If
iffy though?
like before,
Yeah, especially if you guys are vibing and stuff like that.
I personally, I mean, like I know a lot of people would be down for that, but I don't like to like. I don't know. It makes me feel a little uncomfortable just because like
You're taking money from
kinda, yeah. Like, did I tell you about the kid that wanted to give me a PS5 and I never met him?
a little bit, but I forgot. But you can tell everybody about that story.
Yeah. So he like was hitting me up on social media, and it was like normal again at first, and I wasn't like interested. Like, I'll be honest, like I wasn't looking for that with like really anyone, but especially this kid. And he kept asking me out on dates. I'm like, no, like whatever. And then he was like, please, like, can we just like get food? And I was like,
On Facebook?
this is Instagram.
Okay.
And I was like, like, like I wouldn't be opposed to just getting food, but I don't want you to think anything of it. Like I was set and clear, like, don't think anything's coming out of this. Like, I'll hang out with you and we can, like, eat food. Like, that's it. And then he was like, hamburger. It was supposed to be Thai food. And he was like, oh, this is going to be the best date ever. And I'm like, again, it's not a date. Like, we're hanging out and eating food. Like, just chilling. Like, keep it, like, low key. And he's like, I'm so excited. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm not feeling this. And I was like, I'm not, I have to cancel. And he's like, oh, but I was going to make this the best date ever. I got you something. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm sorry. And then he sent me a picture of a PS5 and he was like, this is what I was going to give you. And I was like, you don't know me. Like, that's crazy. Yeah.
I probably would have went after that. I'd be like, give me that PS5. And you know how hard those things were to get back in the day?
This was like last month.
Go to Walmart and get my shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't really like to take things from people.
Yeah, I'm old school. I like to just do my own thing and figure it out.
I mean, if it's like my birthday or some shit and we're like together, like fucking go for it, but...
Yeah, if it's like a brand new friendship, relationship and dropping like $400 or $500 on the system, they're wanting something in return.
Yeah, right?
Something. Even like a massage.
A massage. Neighbor.
So, yeah, that's really extreme. I've never done that. I think the most I've probably done was like way back in the day where I never met the girl, it was first date, and I did the whole DMs thing and I bought her roses.
I mean, I feel like that's like acceptable, like, it's flowers.
Now thinking back on it, I was like, yeah, that was a little too much because I was like setting my standard. Like, I could have showed up with like daisies or something,
Daisies? Like, go pick them in the field?
Yeah, fucking why not? It's like,
I mean, that's cute.
I've seen these in my garden. I don't have a garden.
I was driving through my garden that I don't have.
It was on Fortnite. I forgot. But yeah, that's just funny. But no, the funny thing about that, she stood me up.
Really?
Well, not really. She just said, hey, I'm going to have to cancel. And then, like, we never, like, went further after that.
See, maybe it's because it's, like, the whole, like, doing too much too fast, Like, maybe people just, like, feel weird accepting things early on.
Yeah. Well, see, she didn't know I was giving her flowers.
Oh, wait, so she stood you up before the flowers.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you wouldn't call stooding up, but she just hit me up and said, hey, just not gonna work. I can't make it. And I was like, all right, well, let me know when the next time is available for you, and never heard from her.
That's weird.
But I had the flowers though, so I was like, well,
these are for me.
Actually, I give them away.
Oh, someone else.
Yeah. I'll just like, here you go.
That's a Riz move.
So what do you think about dating coworkers? I feel like you shouldn't eat when you shit is the term.
Shit where you eat?
There you go. Yeah.
or the other way around.
Yeah. Whatever that saying is, but yeah, I feel like, because I did that once and I had somebody, I worked at a call center and I dated her, and it's just the vibes after a while were just not there. Because it was cool in the beginning, And then you know how once you get to know somebody, they're like, okay, yeah, this ain't it. That's how it was. And she was just like, I had to see her every single day. She sat right in front of me. It was horrible, but it was like me and my homie next to me. We would just always. I kind of felt bad. We're kind of like we had our little inside jokes and shit like that. And she
Oh
would give
shit.
me a look, and yeah.
So how long did you work there after it wasn't?
Oh, I was there for like 5 years. I was at the
Oh
company.
shit.
I was at the company maybe 3 years, and then I met
Damn,
her.
that's crazy. And you just had to power through that.
She was cool though. After it, like she kind of calmed down, but it was just there was a little awkwardness to it, I guess.
I feel like it could work, but a lot of times it doesn't. It depends. Can the two people handle that? And I don't think most people can. Because again, you're seeing them every day, and it's just like,
That you space, like I need my me time, and you can't really be, I guess you.
you can, but it takes a certain, I don't know, level of finesse or whatever you want to call
I
it
guess.
that like most people just don't have.
Yeah, I get that. I don't know. But I kept it real. Well, I was just the same person outside, inside the relationship, whether it was at work or at home. I'm weird as fuck.
It's so weird today. I love it. I just like I don't even care anymore. I'm just like shoot for the stars of weirdness.
Like I'm gonna go pee in that bush. Like what? Okay.
I mean, a little different for me than it is for you, but
Well,
yeah,
you can buy one
basically.
of those things. I seen on Amazon. I bought it during COVID, and you can press it up against your hoo ha and
Hmm.
pee like a man.
Yeah, I know. My mom was like, "You should get one. It's convenient." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I gifted that out to a bunch of people for Christmas
It's not
as a
bad
gag
Christmas
gift.
present. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's one way to do it. But I don't know. Like now that I'm older, I don't think dating people you work with is really a good idea. Just because it can conflict later on, and plus, if you love your job, do you want to lose that? Especially if they have like that whole worker relationship like policy shit.
Yeah, that's true. Again, I think every circumstance is like different,
Yeah,
but it could definitely get weird.
yeah, I can.
Yeah. Hmm.
Especially leading to the next hot topic is how long. I'm sure you're gonna laugh. When do you start letting your partner? I mean, obviously, it depends if you're using protection, depending on what type of protection. Is cream pies
Oh my
a good
god.
idea?
When you're married, don't do it if you're not married.
Makes sense.
Period.
Yeah,
Period.
better be safe than sorry.
Yep. you
Yeah,
could you there's a lot you
a
could be
lot of
sorry with.
responsibilities right there.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then you don't have to worry about like, oh shit, like having your, I guess, anxiety or whatever, like thinking like, oh, she had a period, or oh, she didn't have it, like, and freak out or whatever. Especially if you're not on like serious terms.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if you're doing that and you're not on serious terms, you probably should reevaluate everything, all your
But
life
some people are like,
choices.
cream pies is life.
I mean, if you're about that life, just, prepare for the consequences.
There's this good song that I heard. It has a quote. The favorite part of my song is like, "Leave it in till you cream." Yeah,
I think I heard that song
yeah, it's a pretty
before.
good
It was
song.
Yeah, it was something like that. Mm-hmm.
So when I think of cream pies, I think of that song, or vice versa.
Wow, that's very flattering to the artist of that song.
Well, you're welcome.
Thanks. Avocado, thanks.
Avocado. Shit. So what are some toxic red flags, green flags? Like what does it for you? Like when you're dating a guy, like what are your
Wait. Let's go back to you
Okay.
real quick.
Yeah, let's go back. What's up?
When do you think it's okay to cream pie?
I,
Right
I
away.
guess if you can see a future with this person, I guess that's one. Because if you could see a future with them, then you would want to marry them, right? Makes sense.
Yeah, but what pertains like a future?
I guess if you guys talked about it, like you guys on the same like frequency, like you both want the same things, like okay, I'm serious about you. I'm not dating anybody. You're living together, or you're on that road to live together, and you've
Mm-hmm.
kind of communicated that with your partner. Like, hey, you know what? Like, I'm cool with it. If it happens, like, you're gonna take responsibility. Hey, if this does happen, like, what do we do? What are the steps we're going to take? So you kind of have a game plan for it ahead of time and have those talks. So you're not like surprised. Like
That's fair.
shit. Like instead of assuming somebody's going to be there versus like where they're not.
That's true. That's fair.
I don't know. That's just my perspective. I mean, I've done it. I'm not going to lie. But
Oh my
it was
god.
because I had seen a future with the person and I
Well,
trusted
you have a
them more.
child, so I mean,
But yeah, cream pies. It just depends on like where you at with your partner. For me, um, if I'm cool with it, you're cool with it. We're cool with the responsibilities, and whatever comes down the road, let's do it.
I vote for marriage.
There's nothing wrong with that too, because then you know you're fully committed. So
There's really no question about that, or at least there shouldn't be, but there still could be with these days with people getting married. But
oh
I
yeah.
mean,
But what if you marry them and like the sex is wow?
well, we weren't talking about sex.
I
We were talking
mean,
about
yeah, cream pies.
it's different,
Yeah, two different things. But you gotta
two
have
different
sex to
things.
have a cream pie, though,
This is
right?
true. I think so. I think that's
I
how
think
it
that's what works.
works.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not experienced in that field, so.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. So yeah, what are your green flags, red flags? What does it for you? If
For me personally, or for like everyone.
I guess for like someone that you're dating,
For someone I'm dating, red flag if they don't eat onions.
why onions?
Because there's a lot to
Out
it. All
of all the
right.
things you could have said, you say onions.
Yes. Because oh, do you like onions?
Oh, I love my onions. Grilled, purple onions, white
Raw,
onions.
scallions.
Oh, I haven't had those yet.
All right.
Maybe I
Whatever.
have.
Anyway, the green onions, little.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so okay. I feel well, I'm like a foodie. Like I love food and I love different flavors and everything, all that. And if they don't eat onions, like I feel like onions are a pretty big staple to food.
Yeah.
So it's like if they don't like that, they probably don't like a whole lot food wise, which like it's acceptable, but like if I'm trying all this different stuff or if I'm cooking different things and like you're just like, oh, I'm not gonna try that, I'm not gonna eat that, like they gotta be open. And also I eat onions almost every day. So like if you don't eat onions, like
What are you
we
doing?
got a problem because I'm gonna taste like an onion and you're not. And it's just I dated this kid and he didn't eat onions, so I didn't eat them for like a month and a half, and I was dying. And then I broke up with him, and then I ate an onion like the next day, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So
You just ate an onion by itself?
no, I had it with something. No, just
Gotcha.
I've seen people do that online. Shit's nasty.
Oh, I
I
couldn't
mean,
do that.
I would probably do it just for fun, but
Just for shits and giggles.
just once, yeah, just try it out.
I think I think for me, like red flags, the biggest one is like their mental health, being
Their mental
stable.
health.
Their mental health, yeah.
Well, that should just be like a baseline, no?
I mean, yeah, you could be like, I guess you could still have a good brain, your mental, but you could still have like tendencies like to be manipulative,
Mm,
to be controlling, or just not very understanding.
that's a good one. Not very understanding.
Yeah, because it's like you have to be able to put your personal stuff aside and see the other person like viewpoint.
Perspective, yeah.
Yes, perspective. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of big for me. After the shit that I've been through and stuff like that, hell yeah, that's big. That's better than like if you got a fat ass booty, some body, physical stuff. Like if you got a good brain and you're self aware and stuff, hell yeah.
But let me ask you this, is that like something that is harder to find in women? Because that's why I tend to gravitate towards men and masculine energy in general, because I feel like that's already kind of built in. Like, I feel like most dudes are like understanding and chill. Like, are women not like that dating?
No, I feel like with this generation, they're very like it's about me. They're not understanding. They just have their viewpoints, and I don't know. It's tough. Depend like the old school generation. Yeah, they're understanding. But now that we have like social media and stuff like that, you have people that are influence women to think differently. I mean, nothing wrong with that. But going back to the relationship and stuff, it's like it's big for me.
I mean, I think anyone, male, female, whatever, can be understanding or not, but I do probably tend to agree that females tend to be a little bit more me, me, me.
Hmm.
Now, I've met plenty of guys like that too, but I think in general, women do kind of.
Yeah, I agree. I did see this thing. Speaking of it, last night where this content creator he pulled up this video about I think it's a show called View or something like that. I forgot who it was,
The
but anyways,
view.
yeah. So they're talking about how, um, and it's going on during the day. So they're talking about men, like my husband's useless, like we don't need men, but this country was made by man, like the buildings and everything, the infrastructures, men built that. So you have like different perspectives. It's crazy to where women like I don't need men. I mean, maybe there's something trauma behind that. Who knows?
I think there's toxic masculinity and toxic femininity, and then they call it like the divine masculine, the divine feminine, whatever you want to call that. If you want to replace
Yeah.
divine with healthy, I think everyone has their place. All energies have their place, and when it's a healthy version, it's good.
Yes.
Like healthy femininity, like a woman who is super confident in herself, who's like, caring and sweet and stuff like that is like dope. I think but in our society, I think it's kind of gone a different way. That's really not great.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for us guys out here because growing up, like you have women like, oh, like tell us like what's wrong, communicate with us, tell us how you're feeling. But then what happens when the guys do that? They flip it and they use that against us, like, oh, why this, why that, and it's like why even say anything in the first place when you're just going to use it against us? Or you'll be like,
Right.
oh, you're weak or you're soft, whatever, but you literally just asked to
What's wrong?
communicate with us, to tell us what's going on, so you know what's going on in our brain, versus just sitting there being quiet and just isolating ourselves to the world.
Or you know what I think's like another bad reaction is like pity. Like I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys, like if you say, "Oh, like I'm going through this," and like whatever, they'll be like, "Oh, like bring it in, like give me a hug, like it's like
Yeah.
all gonna be good." But like some women will be like, "Oh, like it's gonna be okay," and it's like
So fake.
it's like, yeah, it's just like that's not. I don't think anybody wants anyone to feel sorry for them
No.
unless they're toxic. Then
I
I'll be
think
like,
most people just
"Oh,
want to be heard. They want to be understood. Like, okay, like you've been through this before, and now someone's talking about it. You're like, oh, I can relate to that.
mm-hmm,
So I get that.
100%."
So I don't know, but yeah, that's just my take on it. I don't, I don't think that's right, but I feel like social media has a big play on all of that, especially with OnlyFans.
Fuck OnlyFans. Oh my god. I've had people tell me I should do that. I'm like, shut the fuck up. You go do it. But what's another red flag of yours that's like I guess more like minor, like something that's a little bit more like personal to you, like oh bleh, don't like that. Maybe it's like a ick, you know?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about that in a long time. Just understanding, like, I need my own space, and they don't give me that space.
Too
It's like,
clingy.
yeah, like, it's too clingy. Um, something like that.
Mm,
Because you could be like, you could have a hard day, blah blah blah, and you just don't want to talk. Like, I want to sit here and play Fortnite with my homies, turn my brain off, and just chill.
I
Not
get
have to
that.
worry about like someone's being there. You have to entertain them, text them, call them. Like, hey, like I just need my space today. Like, all right, cool. And let me go to you.
I I feel that. Or like, what's wrong? And it's like nothing's particularly wrong. Maybe I'm just quiet today. Like, I just want to chill. Like,
Your social media, like it's on empty, and you just need a data like refuel, or
mm-hmm.
hour, or 30 minutes, or whatever it is. You just
Five
need to go
minutes.
for a
Fuck.
hike.
Sometimes you just need to go for a hike.
Yeah,
Take a hike, bro.
hikes be doing it.
Mm-hmm. That Mother Nature, though.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go on a date with a dude, do you offer to pay the bill, or do you like? I feel like first dates, if you're interested in the person, you go out with them. You're the one that asks, like as a man, like in my culture, like where I grew up. You pay for it. You ask them out, especially if it's a woman that you care about, or you have interest in. Like, I got it. Don't worry about it.
I agree. I would say, for the most part. I mean, especially if it's someone like pursuing you, or like you said, like they're the one who like came up with the idea. Like you're kind of in my book, like assuming like, all right, like they're gonna, treat me. Um, I'm not saying that in relationships, oh, guys should just pay, 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 pay. That's not my view, although I know a lot of people
I do.
think that way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I guess it depends on the person. I mean, I guess if they have hella money, they're rich. I mean, you probably expect them to pay, but even though you could be like middle class or lower class and be like, well, I'll take care of it. It's still gonna mean something to that person no matter how much they make, though. So you could be a
True.
millionaire and be like, oh, this girl doesn't care about how much money I have. She's gonna pay for the meal, and at least she offered.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like that's another factor is like who has more means. You know what I mean? Like if
Mm.
I tend to like to treat people I care about, and especially like if I had like millions, I wouldn't think twice. I already like don't think too deep into it. So like to me, when like someone had like say someone's like super loaded and they're like stingy, it's like why? What are we saving the money for? Like, what are you're gonna
Yeah.
be? Like, it's just I don't know. I like generous people. I like to be generous, especially
Yeah,
in
I'm the same way.
Fortnite. See me spend
Here's
that
some
coin
jizz
in Fortnite.
juice.
Just juice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I'm like, if I can take care of it, I'll do it. Because it's not about the money; it's about the memories with that person or whoever you're with. It may not mean something to you, but it could mean something to them, and it could be like, oh, well, you remember this date?
Yeah, for sure. And I've had people who are making like a lot more than me, and like they always took care of me. So it just like it depends. It
Yeah, every
depends.
situation is different. Depending
Mhm.
on who you're with, the type of person they are, etc., how you feel about them. So
Mhm.
I get that. But I think we're almost done here.
Oh shit.
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Did we? Let's see the list. What?
Oh, this is a big one. Showering with your cat.
No. Just don't go into the parentheses. I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? I think it's overrated. I think it's so stupid. Honestly, it's
But what if you have
yeah.
a big enough shower?
Okay, that might be different.
Okay, for me, I could fit like 6 people in my shower. But we're like kind of like this. But comfortably, I could have like 2, 3 people in there.
I was watching this show and it's about people who like buy houses in the Bahamas. And this couple, I swear, they were giving off swinger vibes, like they kept talking about, oh, our guests, our family, and like I don't know, they were just like you could just tell it was like a vibe. And then they walked into the bathroom, and the shower was massive. Like I've never seen a bigger shower, and they were like, ooh, you could fit the whole family in here. And me and my mom were like,
What the fuck?
we were dying laughing there. Yeah, it was funny, but yeah, I guess if it's a big enough shower, but it's
I'm
mm.
for it. I mean, depending on the situation, maybe you just want to smash in the shower, get it done. It's less messy. You don't have to like clean up after. Just.
I just know that that's like a move that like I feel like every guy likes to pull, and it's like you must have seen my story about it. Like, just it's not original. Like,
It just happens. Like for me, I've never really planned it. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take a shower. They're like, oh, can I come? I'm like, oh, whatever. Yeah.
no one ever said that
If you
to
want to
me.
come, no, I swear, like,
Nobody
yeah,
ever said, "Can I come?" Well,
yes,
to the show.
females, not guys.
Exactly. I don't think any chick ever says that.
Well, cause like my restroom, there's no like door to it. You just walk and there it is. It's
I
all open.
mean, to each their own. I guess it's an experience. We'll say that.
I mean, when I was younger, yeah, like you would just. It was a thing, I guess. I don't know. The girl I was dating at the time, like, yeah, we would jump in the shower almost like every day.
Oh my god, that's like a thing for you.
I
Holy
mean, it
shit,
was
every
it was
guy.
it was like our thing. I don't know. It was just a thing because it was like that's how it's thinking in the house. So she would open the sliding door, and then I would go in there, and take a shower, and then we would just sneak in the room.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends. And also, like, in my apartment, I had just like a single stand-in shower, so nobody's nobody's fitting in there, but
We ain't doing no
one
moves in there.
person. Yeah, no. Put your leg on the toilet, like Lil Wayne said.
I've had a friend, her boyfriend peed on her. Or no, she peed
Yeah,
on him. She
we're
peed on
not.
him.
No, no comment, no comment.
See, that's another thing about showering is it could be dangerous because you could slip or they could pee on you. You don't know about it because the water's warm. And most women, I mean, from my experience and my history, they like hot ass showers.
Fuck yeah.
No matter what season it is, whether it's 102 outside
100%.
or -3.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't like cold showers. Like very rarely. Sometimes it's cool if you take a super hot shower and like at the end you just like crank it real
Cold.
quick. Cold, yeah, but
You're
then
like,
turn back up. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be good for your
It like
health.
closes your pores or something like that, I guess.
It actually like puts your body in like a state of shock, and it's supposed to like release chemicals or something. I don't know.
Like an ice bath.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard that's good to do in the mornings, and then like going in the sauna at night helps your like blood circulation. So
Oh yeah, I go in my sauna every night.
I mean, where I live, it's gonna become a sauna. It's gonna be like 110 out here in Cali.
No way, it gets that hot out there?
Yeah, it could get hotter.
That's crazy.
At least we don't have humidity. Like I've been to Miami and stuff. That's just no joke. You take a shower and you're like, ugh. Like that meme
It's
where that goes like, ooh.
ew, brother.
There you go.
Yeah. It gets pretty humid here. I mean, I'm all for like 90, 95 degree days, but I was down in Fort Lauderdale one time, and it was like 105, 110, and that was pretty nasty. Yeah, that wasn't great. You didn't talk. You didn't talk about green flags. You talked about red, but not green.
No. What are some green flags for you?
You first. You first.
I mean, just being kind to others, respectful. You know, I think one of the biggest things I've seen, and even for me, that a large pizza for $6.99.
That's my green flag.
Till the end of this week. Make sure you get your order in. But no, green flags. For me, is like just being respectful, courteous. You know, especially with older people, and like how you treat service workers, like waiters, waitresses. I think it's kind of big.
That's so basic, though. That's like everyone's green flags.
True, but I never really paid attention to. I was just like, oh, okay, here you go, like whatever. I'm just always so low key, like just chill, like whatever, cool, just so laid back. And it's like I never really thought about it until like recently. So I started seeing all that stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, that does make sense. That makes sense.
So you used to be toxic.
Nah, I used to not be toxic. I used to be like just chill. Like everyone knows me. I'm just like still the same way I was before. I just never really put a lot of like thought into certain things, like how someone treats a waitress.
That's pretty important.
But I mean, that's for me. Just being respectful, how you treat others, and how you handle situations when like shit's going south. Are you gonna be like a 3-year-old? Oh no, I take that back. Like a 12-year-old throwing a tantrum because you don't get your way. You know?
Yeah, I don't think anybody likes that. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. So I mean, that's big. I mean, just be respectful, kind, courteous, and just treat people how you want to be treated.
The golden rule.
Yep, exactly. If you ain't treating me that way, then like that's a red flag. But those are green flags right there for sure. Pick it to the bill. Hey, I brought you tea. I'm door dashing you some food. So I knew you forgot your lunch.
So you like acts of service. That's your love language.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Yeah. Not all the time because it's like I feel guilty because it's like they're giving me stuff and it's like I don't know. Just I've always been a giver, so it's weird to receive it. Because I grew up as like my grandpa was like, you take care of your family, you handle your shit, you take care of them at like whatever cost. Because you're the man of the house, you're the man, you're the man. So
Old school.
yeah, exactly, old school, relationship. So it's a little different. So it's kind of adjustment, but it's not like I'm like against it, but I'm like, this is weird. I'll make it known, like this is weird. Like no, but they'll still do it, and I'll take it. But it's just an adjustment internally.
You told me that long ass time ago. I remember we were talking about that.
I
Yeah.
did. Yeah. It's a little adjustment. It's nice, but
It's
a
weird.
little
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
What about you? What are your green flags?
I think humor is major. I think you can't take yourself too seriously. Life's too short. You gotta laugh. You gotta like be light for the most part. I mean, know when to be serious, but be light. And for me, if I feel like someone is more intelligent, that's like we're in trouble. Like because that's dope. If I think you're smarter than me, it's like fuck yeah, let's go. Let's see how smart you are. Like I don't know.
I'm gonna test you. Push your limit.
No. I don't do that shit. But it's just like I like it. Just like to see like if someone say like knows a certain topic like super well and they're super passionate about it and they'll like just go on and like tell you all this shit that you just don't know. You're like, what? Like, how do you know all this? Like, that's crazy.
Learn from that a little bit.
Yeah. Like, to me, if like I can learn something from someone, like that's pretty dope, for sure.
That's actually not bad. Yeah,
it's a good one, right?
Yeah, it's a really good one.
I feel like we should all try to like teach each other something. You know?
Absolutely. All generations, no matter how old or young we are, for sure. Because then it's like you teach them something, and then they learn from it, and then they can do that for you, whatever it is. So yeah.
Or like it's cool if someone like has like a hobby or something that they're super into, and then they can kind of like bring you into that like world a little bit and like teach you something. I don't know, I think that's really dope.
Yeah, like how they talk about like surround yourself with people that are like above you, because then you're kind of like that. So
yeah, I'd rather be the dumbest in the room. Because if you're like the smartest, I'm just not. I'd rather be the student than the teacher, I think. I mean, I don't have a like I know like a lot of stuff and I don't mind sharing that, but I like learning.
Yeah, I do too. Like I like to learn. I mean, I try and teach myself something every day at least. Whether it's with my business or just something simple. Like this couple weekends ago, I threw up my ceiling speakers. I've never done any of that shit before, where I cut in holes and stuff. And I just went up there and got it done.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I have surround sound in my living room.
There you fucking go. It's like you just gotta, you want to do something, figure it out. Like I think that's another good one. That you probably agree on is like just like being like proactive in life. Like don't be like, I don't know how to do this, and then just forget about it. I mean, you can for sure. Like if you have the money, but like also like it's important to learn how to do things yourself. You
Like
know, and
changing a tire.
I don't know how to do that shit. That I will pay AAA for.
What?
But I mean, no, it's like I've a commonality of a lot of dudes is that they're into cars or they sell cars or blah blah blah. So I've learned a lot about cars, and I always thought that was dope to at least pay attention. Maybe I don't know, I'll never be able to do what they're showing me, but at least like pay attention and you know, it's cool.
Um, I wasn't really into cars or anything like that, but I learned. It's not that hard though. Because
No.
my grandpa was my dad, so he was like, I learned from that. And also from like my cars breaking down and getting a flat tire and stuff. So I was like, hey, I have to learn this, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And as a man, coming from how I
Right.
was raised, you should know. Because what happens if the world goes to shit and you need to change a tire on any type of vehicle?
True.
Whether it's a
True.
monster truck or like, I don't know.
Smart car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, smart cars, Tesla, you cannot change the tires. You have to take it to the service center.
Is that true?
Yep.
See? Just learning new shit the more you know.
Exactly.
That's
Proving the
crazy.
point.
I don't know who's buying smart cars, but they go you. I don't know why you'd want that, but
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, they're cool to drive. I mean, just to
you,
like not have to put gas, because gas is like $5 for me over here. It's ridiculous. But
yeah, I saw that. That's crazy. It's going up over here too. I think it's like around 350 now. It was at 300 I mean $3 for a while.
it's supposed to hit 7 supposedly here.
$7?
Yep.
That's
Good thing you don't have to drive anywhere for work.
oh my god, for real. That's crazy.
It's crazy though. Like, oh man, like it's. I never really paid attention to putting gas or anything like that. Like before, I just go swipe, go put it wherever, because it's close by here. Like I literally drive out of my neighborhood and there's a gas station right there. From the Valero that it's right here, it's like it was like 5.49. I go down the street, it's like 30 cents different. So I'm like,
I mean,
I'll go down the street.
yeah, that makes a difference. 30 cents, that makes a difference. 5 cents, meh, but yeah.
But anyways, yeah. So what are we talking about? I totally forgot now. Green flags.
Yep.
Yeah, but for me, it's just all that stuff. It's just trying to find that person. Got to shoot
Don't
your
find-
shot. Can't be too over aggressive. Just don't pee in her butt.
Just gotta find the balance.
The yin and the yang.
The yin and the yang.
I was about to say it's about to show up on your
I
TV
know.
screen.
I know. That looks like cool. Michelle the Ninja. Michelle, the Ninja. On what? Everything. Pretty much everything.
YouTube.
Everything. Yep. YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Threads.
There you go. Yes, that's the other one. I was going to say
Threads.
Twitter, but it's Threads.
Yeah, but Twitter or X.
But we'll
X.
also throw the links in the description. We'll have it all there, so where you can find her. Hit her up, show her some love, drop a follow, sub, all that good stuff. Any last words?
Eat ass, smoke grass.
And don't do drugs.
Amen. Amen, brother.
But thank you for jumping on. Appreciate it. Until next time, we out.
We out here though. See ya.